Good thoughts lead to spiritual health. Geronda, what are the characteristics of a weak thought? What do you mean? This is the first time I have heard of such a thing. Geronda, you had said that for one to have a sinister thought, to misunderstand someone's behavior, and they called that a weak thought. I remember the person who wanted to stay with you and be a novice under your guidance, and you told him, I cannot keep you because you have weak thoughts. No, I didn't say it that way. I told him, I can't take you as a novice because you do not have spiritual health. And he asked me, what do you mean by spiritual health? You do not have good thoughts, I told him. As a man I may have my faults, and as a monk all these years I may also have some virtues. If you do not have good thoughts, you will be harmed by both my faults and my virtues. One may say of a small child that it has weak thoughts because it is still immature, but you can't say that about a grown-up. Are all grown-ups, Geronda, mature? Some, because of their mind, their way of thinking, do not mature. And I do not mean someone who is mentally challenged and does not understand. But when someone does not behave and act simply, his thoughts turn to evil things, and he interprets everything the wrong way. Such a person does not have spiritual health, and is not helped even by the good. He is tormented even by the good. Geronda, if we notice that something is out of order in the monastery, should we try to find out who is responsible? First, see if you are responsible. That is the best thing to do. But Geronda, what if others provide occasion for doubt? How many occasions have you provided? If you think of this, you will realize that you are making a mistake to deal with such situations in this way. What about when we say, this is clearly something that sister so-and-so has done? Is this also a sinister thought? Are you sure that it was done by that sister? No, but only because she has done something similar on other occasions. Again, it is a sinister and inappropriate thought, since you cannot be sure who did it. And even if it were done by that sister, no one can know how and why she did it. Geronda, what if I see that a certain sister has a particular passion? Are you the abbess? The abbess bears responsibility for this. It is her duty to examine the passions of all the sisters. But why should you be examining the passions of the other sister? Unfortunately, you haven't yet learned to work spiritually on yourselves. If you want to do spiritual work on yourselves, do not examine what others are doing around you. Instead, have good thoughts about both the good and the bad you see in others. Regardless of the reason why someone does something, you must put a good thought in your mind. A good thought contains love. It disarms the other person and makes him behave properly. Do you remember the incident with those nuns who took a thief to be an abbot? When it was revealed that he was a thief, they continued to think that he was a fool for Jesus Christ and only pretending to be a thief. Revered him all the more. In the end, they saved both him and his companions. Geronda, when a sister tells me a lie, what if she was forced because of you to say a lie, or if she forgot, and if what she told you was not a lie? For example, the nun responsible for hospitality, knowing there is salad in the chicken, asks for a salad from the cook, who replies, I don't have any. If the nun responsible for hospitality does not have good thoughts, she will think she is lying. But if she has good thoughts, she will say, the poor nun, she is so busy with her work, she has forgotten that there is still some salad left in the kitchen. or she may think, perhaps she is saving the salad for someone else. You do not have spiritual health, and this is why you think like that. If you had spiritual health, you would see even the impure as pure. Just as you recognize the value of fruit, you would also recognize the value of manure, because manure helps the fruit to grow. Whoever has good thoughts also has spiritual health, and what is evil can be changed into good. I remember during the German occupation, the physically strong children ate with a hearty appetite a piece of bobota, and were very healthy. By contrast, some wealthy children who ate bread and butter tended to be sickly because they did not have a strong constitution. Something similar happens in spiritual life. Someone who has good thoughts, even if struck unjustly, will say, God has permitted this in order to redeem my old faults. Glory be to God. On the other hand, someone who does not have good thoughts will imagine you are trying to hurt him even when you try to caress him. Take an example from someone who is drunk. If he is bad, he will destroy everything in his drunken stupor. If he is good, he will be either weeping or forgiving everyone, both the dead and the living. One drunken man used to say, I offer a bucketful of gold sovereigns to whoever envies me.